Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Des Moines, Iowa, for a jam-packed episode of Smackdown. We are officially on the road to Elimination Chamber. And this man, your Smackdown general manager, is out here once again, and he'll be addressing the outcomes for the Smackdown side of things. We did see some changes, especially to the top of the roster, especially here on SmackDown. We have a new undisputed champion, and that man is Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. But obviously, the matchup, to be expected, did have some outside interference, and Finn Balor, with the help of Damian Priest, walked out the new undisputed champion, as well as Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are your new women's tag team champions. We'll see how those women will be faring next week at NXT Deadline. Shayna Baszler did just lose to Alba Fire on NXT, so I can only imagine where that may go. On the whole union from NXT very well could be your next women's tag team champions. Plus more to address. No one from SmackDown won the Royal Rumbles. Bianca and AJ from Raw walked out in those Royal Rumble matches victorious. And we'll see how everything else goes, ladies and gentlemen. As, like we said, we are on the road to Elimination Chamber. Iowa, how are we doing tonight? Jam-packed episode of SmackDown. And we have a lot to address, especially for the Elimination Chamber tonight. We are going to start the qualifying matches for those matches, especially for the women's division, where throughout this next month leading up to Elimination Chamber, we'll have some women's qualifying matches. All the women will be trying to qualify for a spot in the Elimination Chamber matchup. The winner at Elimination Chamber will go on to face Jade Cargill for the women's championship at WrestleMania. Now for the men's side of things, we are going to be seeing for the Intercontinental Championship, LA Knight will be facing off with 5 other superstars inside of an Elimination Chamber matchup. But tonight will be the start of those qualifying matches to see who will join LA Knight in that matchup. Also, I would like to introduce our newest superstar, Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso here to SmackDown. He is completing that trade that we had from Asuka from SmackDown to Raw. We got Jey Uso from Raw to SmackDown now, completing that transaction. And Jey Uso will get himself an opportunity to compete in the qualifier matches later on tonight to see if he can outlast Pete Dunne and get himself into that Intercontinental Championship at the Chamber. I would like to congratulate Finn Balor on becoming the new undisputed champion. But Finn, it wasn't legit. You did what you had to do, and I probably would have done it in the past, but as your SmackDown general manager, we're going to have to make that right. So at the Elimination Chamber, I got a match set up for you to defend that undisputed championship of yours. Finn Balor, you will be defending your undisputed championship against men that your whole group have wronged over this past year, over this last past year. It is going to be Finn Balor taking on John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, former undisputed champion Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn in a 6-man Elimination Chamber. Finn, you can be pissed off all you want about this decision, but maybe don't wrong so many superstars and make enemies of this whole entire roster, because there's multiple superstars on each brand you have made enemies of, and these superstars you have put on the injured list. So I only find it fitting we put those superstars that you've wronged in the chamber with you. And now here comes your new undisputed champion, Finn Balor. And this man, he is certainly, probably, definitely not going to be too happy after what was just announced. Finn Balor will now have to defend his newly won undisputed championship in a 6-man Elimination Chamber matchup there in Perth, Australia, against 5 other superstars that he has wronged and the whole group of the Judgment Day have wronged. And that is something that he's not going to be too happy about, obviously. putting down the championship briefly, but here comes Finn Balor making his way down to the ring. And to the ring, here is your champion, JBL, outside the ring, just letting bygones be bygones for a brief second. But let's see what Finn Balor has to say. You're your general manager, referee taking the championship belt away, so that Balor wouldn't strike JBL possibly, but let's see what may transpire here. Man, I've barely had this undisputed championship more than a week, and you're already trying to screw me by having me defend it against 5 other guys that you were saying that we've screwed. We've not screwed them. We've just trying to enlighten them to not mess with the Judgment Day. All we want is all the championships. How hard is that for you to understand? And it's not like you have any room to talk, JBL. When you were the wrestling god here on Smackdown, you would have done the exact same damn thing to anyone in your way. If it was John Cena, your own partner Farouk, anyone in your way to make a name for yourself, you would have done it at anyone's expense. And you know that's true. But so be it. If you want me in a match to beat 5 big-time superstars, top superstars here in WWE, I will gladly do it in the Elimination Chamber. But I will only do it if you give me the last spot in the Elimination Chamber matchup, as well as you have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defend their SmackDown Tag Team Championships at the Elimination Chamber against myself and Damian Priest. What do you say, JBL? Fair trade? So let me get this straight. You want me to reward you with being able to come out last in the Elimination Chamber in your championship defense, but also you want Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to defend their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against yourself and Damian Priest at the Elimination Chamber. Am I hearing that correctly? To be honest with you, Finn, my first instinct is to tell you no. But, you know what? I think it will still be a phenomenal Elimination Chamber matchup, even if you defend those, if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defend those Tag Team Championships against you at Elimination Chamber. So yes, I will give you the opportunity to come out last in the Chamber, and we will have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defend against you and Priest at the Chamber. I'm glad, because I wouldn't want to ruin a main event worthy matchup for not only Elimination Chamber, but when I have to go all the way to Hollywood, California for WrestleMania to go on to main event WrestleMania against the phenomenal AJ Styles, who is actually new to SmackDown now. Now, if you'll excuse me, our Lord and Savior JBL, I gotta go get ready for a main event tonight against Kevin Owens, who I'll be taking those pretty little SmackDown Tag Team Championships away in just a month's time. Well, certainly, ladies and gentlemen, adding a championship defense for Finn Balor there at the Elimination Chamber, as there is main event Jey Uso. He is looking to qualify in the Intercontinental Championship matchup there at the Chamber. LA Knight, Intercontinental Champion, will be defending his championship. Inside of the Chamber, we'll see who the first couple superstars tonight will be able to for the men's side of things. But going back to it, Finn Balor is going to have to defend his championship against 5 other superstars. But the caveat to that is, hey, he'll be able to come out last in the Chamber, as well as he gets a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match with Damian Priest to take on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions Owens and Zayn. So I don't know how much of a punishment that really is there. It sounds like Finn Balor and JBL worked together to figure out something, and well, what you saw is what you saw. And well, it's confirmed by JBL, and well, it does kind of save Finn Balor maybe a little bit for AJ Styles. And AJ Styles did say he will be here tonight. I haven't personally saw him just yet, but we'll see if and when AJ Styles does officially show up, as there is Sheamus, a part of the Brawling Brutes, making their way down to the ring. Ridge Holland and Butch accompanying Sheamus down to the ring as Pete Dunne will be in a part of this qualifying matchup. It will be Pete Dunne taking on Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso, to start us off here on SmackDown. The other men's matchup for tonight is going to be a massive one, ladies and gentlemen, and I do mean massive because we are going to have to reinforce the ring because we have two monsters going at it. Former Universal Champion Braun Strowman faces off with former European Champion Omos later on tonight. As here we go, referee has officially rung the bell, the matchup is officially started, and we'll see if Jey Uso can out-wrestle the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne here tonight on SmackDown. It did not go Jey Uso's way at all at the Royal Rumble. He lost to his brother Jimmy, and also he did get eliminated in the matchup at the Royal Rumble. So obviously Jey Uso isn't going on to main event WrestleMania, but now he'll be able to get himself an opportunity because he's officially, by himself. It's been like that for a good while. It's a whole new change of scenery. Gets him from Raw to SmackDown, away from the bloodline. Jey Uso comes over here and gets to focus on himself. And we'll see if he can start it off no better way than being able to qualify for to be actually in the Elimination Chamber Intercontinental Championship matchup and possibly walk out Intercontinental Champion, depending on what spot he comes out of. It's now Jey Uso. Ooh, big powerful slam there, turning Pete Dunne inside out. But if you're Jey Uso, you cannot get in a brawling type of thing with Pete Dunne because Pete Dunne's one of the most dangerous superstars in all of WWE. Even if he's a tag team wrestler at the moment, Pete Dunne certainly is very tough, and he could literally break your arm, your elbow, your teeth, anything you can think of as a big elbow to Jey Uso. Now Pete Dunne going to work here again. Oh, big clubbing blow. And I think it's going to take some time for Jey to really get ahead of things in the terms of his singles career here. Had one of the best runs as tag team champions here in WWE with obviously his brother Jimmy. Obviously Jimmy betraying his own brother. And we all saw how that listed, but Jey officially by himself, different brand and everything, and we'll see how main event Jey Uso fares, but he might be in for a bitter end here on SmackDown. Pinfall opportunity. Ooh, but the rope break, his fingers getting underneath the rope saves the day momentarily. Ooh, but a big boot to the face, and this just gives Pete Dunne more opportunity to put away Jey Uso here. Oh my goodness, what a maneuver. Pete Dunne taking Jey Uso to school here. Oh, there you go, Jey Uso trying to finally fight back in this matchup. This has been all of Pete Dunne's matchup from the get-go. And now Jey just to try to little by little get himself back in this matchup. Like I mentioned, taking a lot of damage from a bruiserweight, it is not something that you can just easily shake off. As both men run into each other, down to 50-50, both men missing out on an opportunity. But now Butch gonna look to capitalize. Oh no, not the elbow, not the arm. No, goodness, right there to Jey Uso. Oh no, Jey Uso's busted open now. Pete Dunne, he's been putting on a clinic. He's been out wrestling Jey Uso, and I don't know how much more Jey Uso can take in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big axe handle, takes down main event Jey Uso. That honestly could be enough, and it is. Pete Dunne gets the job done tonight. It took him a lot of offense there, but it ended with an axe handle to the already busted open face there of Jey Uso. You could even see the whiplash there. If you do manually rewind that, you can see it. And just like that, Butch has qualified, aka Pete Dunne. He will be in the Elimination Chamber. Not the way that Jey Uso wanted this to start off here on SmackDown, but
the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE European Championship.
And now it is time, like we just heard from our ring announcer, it is time for your European Championship to be defended. Recently here on Smackdown, Shelton Benjamin was in action. He was looking to get some revenge after JD McDonough beat Cedric Alexander. And now, last week we saw it, Shelton Benjamin defeated JD McDonough in a non-title matchup. And JD McDonough wasn't too happy about it, and JBL not rewarding the Judgment Day whatsoever. He's rewarding Shelton Benjamin with an opportunity to knock off JD McDonough and take away that European Championship. So we'll see how this is going to go down, ladies and gentlemen. Benjamin, going to be a Hall of Famer whenever he does decide to put the champion or his boots away. But for Benjamin, he would love to get a championship belt around his waist once and for all. Especially a singles championship of things. But it is not going to be easy, especially against the likes of JD McDonough. And of course, you got backup, you got Dominic Mysterio. I can only imagine where this is going to go. Dominic going to help out McDonough any way possible here. And obviously at the Royal Rumble, we did see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Dominic Mysterio and Dijak. So maybe there'll be an opportunity once again for them to get an opportunity down the line again. But certainly Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn running through this tag team division so far. I would like to see them, as we've seen last month, they did mention the Street Profits of the Hurt Business, so that could always be a possibility. You just never know. Anything is possible, but as of right now, at the Elimination Chamber, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defend those Tag Team Championships against Finn Balor and Damian Priest at the Elimination Chamber. And Finn Balor's like, hey, you know what? If you're going to make me go through all these hoops, you're going to have to, give up some compensation for that. And well, JBL agreed, said that he was really reluctant at first with what Finn Balor wanted, but he ultimately gave it to Finn Balor.
Introducing the challenger from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 248 pounds, Shelton Benjamin.
And look at Benjamin, he is ready.
And his opponent from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 180 pounds. He is the WWE European Champion, JD McDonough. Exactly where from Finn Balor is from, and we're gonna see tonight if he can make JD McDonough can make Finn Balor proud. Will be this the last time JD McDonough holds that championship? Will this be the first singles championship for the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin? Big time opportunity, a part of this European Championship division here live on Smackdown. Referee has officially rung the bell. Here we go. And I'll look at Benjamin, the strength, the power, easily manhandling JD McDonough. And if Benjamin does the exact thing that he did last week to McDonough, easy win and easy European Championship for the gold standard here. Oh, and a big clubbing blow there to McDonough. And that's what we said before, the gold standard Shelton Benjamin, is not just a flash in a pan, a man that you could just easily walk over. He's been in this business for a very long time. He started up in OVW with a lot of big-time superstars, with the likes of John Cena, with the likes of Batista, Randy Orton. The list goes on. He just had a different career than those big-name superstars. Has Shelton Benjamin still been successful? Yes, he has. Just in his own different way. As look at Benjamin right now with this ankle lock. McDonough may have to tap out here if he can't get out of it. And he does. But how much damage was done to that left ankle? As Damian Priest, or I should say Dominic Mysterio, pardon me, as the whole Judgment Day is on my mind after what's been going on tonight. But Dominic Mysterio helping out JD McDonough at any way possible here. So, in the tree of woe right now, Shelton Benjamin does not want to be here. McDonough just single-handedly taken out. Benjamin is, oh my goodness, the backbreaker to Benjamin. Pinfall. Is this enough? But obviously not. Benjamin keeps himself in this matchup. And that backstabber has always been brutal. Now McDonough just wrenching in right there. The abdominal stretch here, slowing down Shelton Benjamin. And you got to believe the longer this matchup goes, I got to believe it's going to favor JD McDonough. So we'll see if McDonough can draw this matchup out to really get Benjamin fatigued. As, oh, look at Benjamin showing that agility. But again, Dominic Mysterio getting involved here, keeping JD McDonough in this matchup momentarily. Ooh, and a nice arm toss takes down Benjamin. Ooh, Inseguri, it staggers Benjamin just for a brief second. But now McDonough gonna look to capitalize. Mysterio, that SOB is doing everything right now to help out McDonough at this exact moment. As now McDonough going for the stomp with shades of his good buddy Finn Balor. Uh-oh, Benjamin, I think he had something in mind there, maybe looking to put away this matchup, but McDonough a little bit faster in the exchange. And look at McDonough doing the veteran maneuver. I was going to say coming out here and coming right at him, but he's absolutely disrespecting Shelton Benjamin, one of the absolute legends in this business. And look at McDonough yelling at the crowd here right in front of us here in Des Moines, Iowa. And Benjamin's like, I'm sick of this crap. As, oh, wait a minute, Mysterio helping out again, McDonough. And for Benjamin, he doesn't have anyone right now. Obviously, the Hurt Business broke up. It's, oh my goodness, almost like a Trouble in Paradise type of maneuver right to the temple of Benjamin. That very well could be all she wrote. But no, look at McDonough still not going for the pinfall. Will that come back to bite him in the ass? McDonough now. Again, looking to capitalize. Let's look at the standing Spanish fly there from McDonough. As, looking to put away Benjamin here. We've seen this before. Down goes Benjamin. 1, 2, 3. McDonough retains in a highly contested back and forth matchup. There for a little bit, I thought Benjamin might have been able to squeak this one out, but the Irish Ace of the Judgment Day able to out-wrestle one of the best to ever do it here in WWE. For McDonough, he continues to impress. Yes, he did lose last week to Benjamin to set up this championship matchup, but McDonough, for the most part, has done quite well since ever joining up with the Judgment Day. Big question is, what is next for this young man on the road to WrestleMania? J.D. McDonough, you have done something not a lot of people can do, especially in singles action, and that is defeat one of the better superstars when it comes to singles action, Cedric Alexander, and a future WWE Hall of Famer in Shelton Benjamin. But I can only see that you haven't taken out the other Hurt Business members like myself and even Omos. And I don't think you want anyone thinking that you're a coward, that you're just going after people your own size, which totally makes sense because you're not going to be able to lift my ass up or even Omos's ass up. But, you know what? I think you are a coward, McDonough, because I don't think you would accept my challenge, because I'm challenging you for a European Championship matchup there at Elimination Chamber. I've been watching you ever since I was there in NXT, and then when MVP called me up here to the Smackdown roster, I've been watching you guys for a very long time, even before NXT, to be honest with you, and I just don't like how you guys carry yourselves. You guys are cowards, and you'll do anything to win a matchup. So, McDonough, if you're not a coward, and you're actually willing, you defend that championship against me at Elimination Chamber. I'll be waiting for your answer here tonight. And we are back now. We're going to start the women's qualifier matchups, as it's going to be Liv Morgan coming out here with Raquel Rodriguez. Both these women unfortunately had another loss against Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, and this time it was for those women's tag team championships. So we'll see how Liv and Raquel will bounce back. But tonight, Liv Morgan faces off with a former women's champion in her own right, that being Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch did fail against Jade Cargill, came up a bit short. Jade Cargill showing you why. Certainly, she is one of the better free agents, and she's been able to beat the likes of Asuka and Becky Lynch a couple times now. So the question is, who will go on to WrestleMania and challenge Jade Cargill for that matchup? Jade Cargill, from what we understand, unless something late arises, I mean, we do have some time. As of right now, there's no champion stepping up to the plate, or I should say challenger, to step up to Jade Cargill. So that's why I believe this Elimination Chamber matchup was set up by JBL. Becky Lynch getting an opportunity. She might be able to get, I mean, technically this would be her third matchup. The first matchup was a quick matchup because Jade Cargill would attack Becky Lynch before the matchup. The second matchup was live at the Royal Rumble, where Jade Cargill was able to survive Becky Lynch. And then the third one, possibly, if we get that far, could be at WrestleMania. The man Becky Lynch against the Storm, Jade Cargill. The Storm is coming. It is taking over SmackDown, and Jade Cargill is going to be a dominant force for years and years. And I don't know who on this roster for SmackDown will be able to knock off Jade Cargill. You defeated a multi-time women's champion, Asuka, multiple times. You defeated Becky Lynch multiple times. Something's got to give in this women's division. Someone has to step up. Referee has rung the bell. Here we go. Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. This is the first of two women's qualifier matches tonight, as Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator of the Judgment Day, she'll be in action against Mia Yim, the newest member to the SmackDown roster since the OC has officially joined the SmackDown roster. Mia Yim has had I guess you could say, a partnership and joining up with AJ and company, so this will be the first time we'll see Mia Yim and company together here in WWE. Mia Yim has had some impressive performances throughout her career in WWE, from the Royal Rumble matches to being on NXT to being on Raw, and now being over here on SmackDown. Big opportunity for Mia to really showcase and especially defeat a former champion, and that being Rhea Ripley. As here comes Becky trying to grapple Liv Morgan, but Liv saw that coming. And I think Liv Morgan, honestly, needs this matchup more than Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is well accomplished, but Liv Morgan, yes, she is a former women's tag team champion, but certainly winning the big one, winning the women's championship, getting an opportunity to go on to WrestleMania and face off with Jade Cargill would certainly be a matchup I would certainly believe that Liv Morgan would need, and I honestly think would be more pressure for Liv Morgan to get that for. Becky Lynch has been in the limelight before. She knows how to win the big one. She's gone on to WrestleMania. She's done all that stuff like that. But Liv Morgan, like I mentioned, this would be the time for her to step up. She would be a wild card, an underrated wild card in that Elimination Chamber matchup. Big Beck's bottom there. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Becky Lynch has defeated Liv Morgan. Give all that hype to Liv Morgan, but Becky Lynch, once again, showing you guys why she's one of the top women in WWE, going through any woman that she needs to. And right now, Becky Lynch is the first one to qualify for the women's side of things. We'll see if Mia Yim or Rhea Ripley will join Becky Lynch later on tonight. Well, 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 would you look who it is? Is this the man that runs the camp here on SmackDown? Is this Finn Balor's SmackDown? How in the hell did you get on the Judgment Day bus? This is only for Judgment Day members only. Just because you won the Royal Rumble, AJ, doesn't mean you can just run into people's RVs and do whatever the hell you please. And yes, this is the camp that I built, not you, AJ. Damn, Finn, you've really changed. Since we're together down there in NXT for a little bit, it was the best of the best between me and you, but then something changed on Raw with you and Damian Priest and you starting up this Judgment Day crap. Well, that's going to end at WrestleMania. So you do whatever you need to do in these next 8 weeks, because at WrestleMania, in the main event of WrestleMania, I'm taking that Undisputed Championship back to where it belongs, to me. To the phenomenal AJ Styles. And I'll be making sure it goes back to the camp of myself, because SmackDown will be back to where it belongs, and I will bring some credibility to SmackDown, and especially once the Judgment Day will be out of my way. Good luck, though, in your Elimination Chamber matchup. I've seen you've made a lot of enemies, so your odds aren't in your favor. Especially, yes, you do get to come out last in that matchup, but it doesn't guarantee you a exact win walking out of that matchup. You can say that to your good buddy Damian Priest. He got the 30th spot in the Rumble and still lost. I'll see you around, Finn. Make sure you keep that championship nice and warm, because these next 8 weeks are going to be absolutely hell. You got to prep for Elimination Chamber, and if you're able to survive that, you got to survive me at WrestleMania. And Finn, I know you'll probably be here on SmackDown next week, and I'll be here on SmackDown for the foreseeable future. So, if you need to see me, you can watch my match next week here on SmackDown against Dominic Mysterio. It is time to reinforce the ring, ladies and gentlemen, because you got the monster among monsters, Braun Strowman, former Universal Champion, takes on former European Champion, Omos, one-on-one. This is a qualifying matchup. The winner will join LA Knight as well as Pete Dunne in that Elimination Chamber matchup. And I think for both of these big guys, being in a matchup with Pete Dunne, I mean, yes, they are tall and strong, but Pete Dunne, this man, bruiserweight, and what we saw him do to Jey Uso tonight was unbelievable to watch, with just how damn good he's able to showcase his skills. So, you already got 2. We'll see who the third member will be for that matchup, Strowman and Omos. This matchup might honestly have them just destroy this ring. You just never know. Anything can happen. As here comes the Nigerian giant, Omos. And he'll be accompanied down to the ring with MVP. MVP for the foreseeable future, from what sounds like will be the manager for Omos. We haven't honestly seen Omos too much as of late. I mean, yeah, we saw him at Survivor Series, part of that 4 versus 4 matchup, but certainly did not work out in their favor. But Omos going his different ways, the whole Hurt Business going their separate ways. And we're going to see how that's going to go, ladies and gentlemen, coming up there very, very soon. Especially with, Keith Lee challenging JD McDonough. We'll see how that goes. I'm being told right now McDonough has told JBL that he's accepted the challenge. So we'll see how that goes. Keith Lee will be officially taking on JD McDonough for that European Championship. It is going to be one interesting matchup for sure. JD McDonough not running away from challenges. So we'll see how this goes tonight. Or I should say live there at Perth, Australia. Referee rings the bell. Look at these 2 giant men, ladies and gentlemen. 2 massive brutes going at it here. Look at Braun Strowman now. Oh, some snake eyes to Omos. Both of these men have faced off with different competitors in their careers. Omos, he's had maybe not the same type of superstars that Braun Strowman has faced over the years, but certainly I would give the advantage to Braun Strowman. He's faced off with the best of the best in his career, and he knows how to get it done, especially with the likes of Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler. There's been so many superstars, Shinsuke Nakamura. The list can go on and on with the names Strowman has faced, especially with the likes of Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family when he first came into the business. So there's just so much there to really dissect. Can't say that Omos can't defeat Braun Strowman, but you got to give the advantage to Strowman, the veteran, in this matchup. Omos right now just eating this up right now as he eats a massive clothesline from behind. Strowman coming out here to try to meet up with Omos. Obviously it didn't work out in the way that they wanted to. Both men now. Oh, big kidney punch from Omos. Trying to slow down the other giant in this matchup. Referee's in the way though. But it will not deter Omos from trying to work on something here. Oh no, throwing him up against that turnbuckle. Absolutely vicious from the Nigerian giant. And obviously Omos would love to get himself an opportunity. This would be a breakout moment for Omos. Yes, he's been a former European champion, but I believe getting himself to get to the next stepping point, the next point that he would want to get to, go after that very prestigious Intercontinental Championship. And look at that one-handed choke slam to Braun Strowman. This guy is an absolute beast, ladies and gentlemen. As both men running into each other. Oh, clothesline so hard that they went through each other. They just grazed each other there. Strowman now gonna bring Omos to the corner. Big time scoop slam. These guys are so big that they can't even put him into the corner there. Two massive dudes in this ring. A first time ever matchup between Strowman and Omos. So look at this reverse choke slam to Omos, connects. And look at Strowman. He's telling Omos to stay down. Oh God. Oh goodness. Strowman, high risk. Big flying elbow to the back of the skull. Down goes Omos. And oh my goodness, a big suplex to Omos, the 7-footer. 7'3", 450 pounds. Strowman made that look easy. And that is definitely not easy. As Ricochet there for support, there for Braun Strowman. Very curious to see if we'll get Ricochet in this tournament coming up very soon for the qualifiers. Referee now at a 6. Almost not even moving right now. Braun Strowman might have him right where he wants him. Strowman has him up. Running power slam to the 7-footer. And Strowman going to make sure that Omos cannot grab those ropes. His long legs will not be able to reach that. Will that be enough? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Braun Strowman is officially going to Elimination Chamber, and he joins Pete Dunne and LA Knight, the Intercontinental Champion. And within the next couple weeks, we'll figure out who the 4th and final member of that Elimination Chamber Intercontinental Championship matchup will be. Strowman able to outlast it. Man, I don't know if this Elimination Chamber can deal with all this power and megastardness in this match. And now to figure out who will join Becky Lynch, a part of that Elimination Chamber number 1 contenders matchup at the Elimination Chamber. And there is Mia Yim, ladies and gentlemen, accompanied down to the ring with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. The OC is back here on Smackdown. Absolutely massive get. And obviously this is only happening because AJ Styles has officially picked Finn Balor of the Judgment Day, who is the undisputed champion, to main event WrestleMania. Obviously, that's in 8 weeks' time. We still got to figure out what night and all that fun stuff, if it's night 1 or night 2, but still, it's going to be a great WrestleMania no matter what. And I like this addition of Mia Yim being added to this group. And imagine for Mia Yim, her first win here on SmackDown will be a massive win with a win over a former women's champion, that being Rhea Ripley. We'll have to wait and see, man. It's the potential is there for Mia Yim. I think she's very underrated, and I think she could very well be a future mainstay in this division if everything goes the way that I honestly see it. She has a bright future in WWE, and especially her with being with Styles and company. I think this is a perfect fit for the OC. And now we get to see Dominic Mysterio, Dijak, and Rhea Ripley of the Judgment Day. And you just feel that aura of the Judgment Day. Yes, they did lose at the Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley didn't walk out the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. Finn Balor, he walked out undisputed champion. Good for him, defeating Cody Rhodes with a little bit of help from Damian Priest, obviously. But that worked out in their favor. And obviously Priest didn't win the men's one, but certainly a lot of big stuff is coming their way, especially for WrestleMania, for AJ Styles and Finn Balor to be going at it. Rhea Ripley looking to at least get into that Elimination Chamber matchup coming up in just 4 weeks' time down there in Perth, Australia. We'll really have to see if the Eradicator can make it to Australia. Be a big opportunity for her if she can. And obviously, also, ladies and gentlemen, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships will be going on as Finn Balor and Damian Priest challenge Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for those SmackDown Tag Team Championships at Elimination Chamber. All that is because of what JBL has told Finn Balor, that he will have to defend his undisputed championship against 5 guys that the Judgment Day have tortured over this past year. So we'll honestly have to wait to see if Finn Balor can survive that Elimination Chamber matchup as well as tag team. As the referee has rung the bell, that tag team championship as well. He could walk out undisputed champion as well as tag team champion out of that pay-per-view. How crazy would that be? But we're focused on this women's matchup right here. Look at Mia Yim going to town there in Rhea. She has to start fast on Rhea Ripley. You cannot allow Rhea Ripley to just, get her moveset going, her repertoire, start getting herself comfortable. You have to keep Rhea Ripley uncomfortable in these matches, and we saw that recently with Shayna Baszler against Rhea Ripley when Shayna defeated Rhea Ripley. One of the bigger wins for Shayna Baszler in a recent time besides winning the Women's Tag Team Championships. As now Mia Yim going to work on that big quad there, that left kneecap area of Rhea Ripley now. Mia Yim, high risk, high reward. This could either be very good or very bad for Mia Yim. Opportunity, missile drop kick takes down the Eradicator. Rhea Ripley is in trouble here. And look at these big old punches from Mia Yim, taking it to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's struggling right now. Mia Yim doing the right thing, staying on top of her competitor. You always have to stay on your opponent. You can't give them any leeway in these big situations, especially in the situation that Mia Yim is. This is a major matchup for her, and if she can win this matchup tonight over a well-accomplished as eat defeat there to Rhea Ripley, Mia Yim might be seconds away from picking up her biggest win in her whole entire career. Pinfall 2. No, Rhea Ripley survives. But how much more can Rhea take? She has eaten a lot of damage. She has not gotten any offense in. As Code Red there takes down Rhea Ripley. Mia Yim has been looking fantastic in this match. This has been completely one-sided. As look at this package pile driver there to Rhea Ripley. That has to be it. Referee in position 2. Oh, Rhea Ripley saved by the rope break. Referee right there noticed it and called it right down the middle. I think for Rhea Ripley, this is going to be one of the most one-sided matches for her in a long time here. She has to figure out something fast. At least get some kind of offense. Toss her out to the outside and just recuperate or something. You got, like I'm saying, you got to figure out something fast. As now Rhea Ripley has her up on her shoulders. Look at this. Ooh, face planting Mia Yim. Imagine this very well could be it. That's all the way up in the air, but Mia Yim survives. Mia Yim has not taken much damage whatsoever in this matchup, so normally, depending on what Mia Yim did in the matchup, is Rhea Ripley over the top rope. High risk, high reward, and it works out in her favor. Usually I'd understand if Rhea Ripley did a ton of damage in this matchup to Mia Yim, but this, like I mentioned, this matchup has been completely one-sided and something that the Judgment Day have not expected in this matchup. And I'm glad the OC is at ringside to make sure the numbers game does not get played out in the favor of the Judgment Day. So I could certainly believe Dominic or Dijak would get involved in this matchup very, very quickly. Big takedown there of Mia Yim. Mia Yim doing the right thing, rolling out the ring. But again, just a little bit quicker in the exchange Rhea Ripley is in that moment. Rhea Ripley getting too cocky right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is not what she needs to be doing. Uh-oh. Right in front of Dominic Mysterio. Mommy is not going to be liking that. Judgment Day just playing it off right now. Not really too worried about it. It's a big old back suplex folding Rhea Ripley in half. Uh-oh. Mia Yim. Oh my goodness, look at these fury of kicks right to the temple of Rhea Ripley right now. Referee is at a 7. Both women need to get themselves back in the ring. And luckily for both women, they are actually able to get back inside the ring. As Mia Yim going to show you the strength and power. Big time gut wrench suplex. Now this is where Mia Yim needs to bring the offensive, get that final dagger to put away the Eradicator in this matchup. And this is what she's doing. Big suplexes here and there. As now Mia Yim has her in the landing zone. What is Mia Yim having in store? Down goes Rhea Ripley. What a splash there from Mia Yim. Oh, the Eradicator, perfect reversal there from Rhea Ripley. And now I think it's time for a Riptide from Rhea Ripley. Pinfall. Oh no, the rope break. The rope break saves Mia Yim in that situation. Any other time that probably would have helped her out there, but not in this case. As now, Rhea Ripley looking to get dangerous here. Oh no. No. Rhea Ripley looking for a superplex. What a maneuver. Halfway across the ring. What a maneuver. That superplex had some oomph to it. And now the Eradicator. Mia Yim gets taken down. Is this enough to eradicate Mia Yim? Yes, it is. What a brawl. What a matchup. And now, just like that, you have two top women going at it in the Elimination Chamber matchup. You have Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch, the first two to qualify in that women's #1 contenders matchup. Dominic and Mommy absolutely loving this right now. Big win for Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how she fares when she makes it to Perth, Australia, live for Elimination Chamber. It is time for your main event of the evening, and we're also gonna get ourselves a preview of 2 matches at the Elimination Chamber. You have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defending those championships right there against the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest at the Elimination Chamber. But also, Finn Balor defends his undisputed championship in a massive, and I do mean massive, Elimination Chamber matchup, as Finn Balor will take on John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. So a lot to really look into on the build up to that Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. The Judgment Day have done everything in their power to take over this WWE, Raw, SmackDown, whatever brand they happen to be on. Started off with Raw, then they got over to SmackDown, and well, everyone is trying to take them down, and they've been able to survive. They're like those cockroaches. They keep on coming back. As there is your undisputed champion right there, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor. And coming out of Elimination Chamber, will he be undisputed champion still? And will we see these two walking out, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions? It is going to be a hard-hitting matchup, but you can say for the rest of the field in this matchup, in the Elimination Chamber matchup, Finn Balor is not going to be 100%. Kevin Owens won't be 100%. Sami Zayn won't be 100% because those three obviously will be in that tag team matchup. So, realistically, if you look at it, John Cena, Stone Cold, and Cody Rhodes, you could say that they may have more of the so-called advantage in that matchup. I mean, we still haven't seen John Cena and Stone Cold, but if JBL is making that matchup, obviously with the timetable of things, certainly that's got to mean that Cena and Stone Cold are going to be cleared by the time we get to the Elimination Chamber live there in Perth, Australia for the first time ever here in Elimination Chamber. But tonight's matchup is just Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, one-on-one. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. And look at Finn. He's coming out here almost like a, I don't know, more of like a gym attire, I suppose. More casual, not his normal wrestling gear, something different. And we'll see how this is actually going to fare for Finn Balor here tonight. Oh, big reversal from Finn Balor. Here he comes. Sling Blade takes down Owens. And now a big drop kick to the side of the skull. And my question is also, obviously, you know, after they have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship and whenever they have the Undisputed Championship there at Elimination Chamber, I'm going to see how very curious to see how Owens and Zayn, when they face off against each other. Or will one of them be already eliminated in the matchup? Will it come to those last two? Could we have one of them walk out Undisputed Champion? Have them main event WrestleMania as Finn Balor trying to go over the top. Owens luckily moving out of the way. And Owens going to throw himself back inside the ring. He realizes that's where he has to get the win at. It's Finn Balor with a springboard dropkick. Turns Owens inside out. And this is where Finn Balor can be oh so dangerous, man. Too bad Finn Balor couldn't do it on his own at the Royal Rumble, but that's to be expected as a springboard DDT there to the champion. Champion versus champion matchup. Wait a minute. Owens looking for that package power bomb. Big time maneuver there. As now, referee making sure the shoulders are down. Will this be enough? No. Balor kicks out the very last second. Look at Owens saying, hey, that should have been it. He's really hoping it was. It's Owens now. Stunner! Stunner to Finn Balor. Is this enough? No, Balor kicks out. And Damian Priest getting involved once again. How many more times can Damian Priest save Finn Balor here? And now, look at this. Going for an STO, I believe. Owens saying, hell no, not going to go that way. Finn Balor is going to be the champ on SmackDown. Certainly you would want to have a fighting champion like Cody Rhodes, but certainly all good things have to come to an end. Cody Rhodes is not here tonight, but he will be here live next week on SmackDown on the road to Elimination Chamber. Big stomps there from Kevin Owens, and again, can you imagine Kevin Owens walking out undisputed champion as well, maybe still being the tag team champions? You know, there's multiple things. There could be three superstars walking out with having two belts around their waist. obviously Kevin or Sammy, or obviously Finn Balor, depending on the outcome. Is now, oh my goodness, what a missile dropkick from the top rope. Absolutely massive. It's Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. Obviously, these guys have a history outside of WWE, just like how Finn and AJ does. There's so many stories you can tell on the road to WrestleMania. Finn Balor, AJ Styles is going to be one of them, live there in Hollywood, California, 8 weeks away. And AJ told him, hey, I'll be here on SmackDown next week if you want to watch my matchup, as next week AJ Styles takes on Dominic Mysterio. One-on-one. We'll see how AJ Styles' first matchup back here on SmackDown in a good while will be faring for him. As now, big gut buster there to Finn Balor, trying to work those ribs, and that, it's big senton as well. That certainly will keep him down. As, Kevin Owens being distracted by Damian Priest. Damian Priest got to be certainly one of the MVPs of the Judgment Day. Certainly helping out as a big stomp there to Kevin Owens. Let's look at these massive haymakers from Finn Balor. Absolutely massive. And now Balor with a big time forearm, and then that referee realizing, or just watching Priest throw in that, but that forearm and that steel chair landing at the same time worked in the favor of Finn Balor. Right place, right time to be for Finn Balor and Damian Priest right there. Is Finn Balor just dissecting that right shoulder area, maybe setting him up for maybe a submission hold here. As a coup de grace halfway across the ring. That could be enough to put away your SmackDown Tag Team Champion. No! And look at Finn. He's frustrated. He believes that should have been it. Especially, that's halfway, a little bit more than halfway across the ring. He hit all of it, I believe, as well. And now Finn, Kevin Owens in a bad spot in the corner. Balor with the drop kick into the corner. And now Finn Balor, this is his moment. Finn Balor, coup de grace, no. Owens, no. Finn Balor, one step ahead of him. But over the top rope he goes. What a matchup we are witnessing live here on SmackDown. This is your main event of the evening. Both men have hit big-time maneuvers, but it just has not been enough. You got to expect the next man to hit another big maneuver will win this matchup. As Finn Balor back on the offensive after Owens missing that springboard DDT, and of course, Finn Balor rubbing it in everyone's face here tonight in Iowa. A sold-out capacity crowd here for SmackDown after the Royal Rumble. Plenty of stuff going on, especially with the matches earlier on tonight. We had Pete Dunne and Braun Strowman win their qualifying matches, so they will be joining up with LA Knight in that Intercontinental Championship matchup live there in Perth, Australia, as Finn Balor was trying to set him up with that knee strike there. And stunner to Finn Balor. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor gets stunned tonight by Kevin Owens. Despite the help of Damian Priest multiple times in this matchup, both these men would go back and forth plenty of times. Finn Balor went high risk one too many times, and it cost him. Owens hit him right here with that stunner right there in the middle of that ring, and he was able to get that 1, 2, 3. And there is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' massive win. Those two will be defending those tag team championships as well as being in that Elimination Chamber live there in Australia. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Just the man I'm looking for. Welcome, Andrade. I got your contract right here just for you to sign, and I'm even going to throw you in the Intercontinental Championship qualifier matchup next week. How does that sound? I look forward to seeing you next week.